Hi guys, welcome to your Pilates Core workout. We're gonna do this in 8 minutes and hit all areas of your core. So go ahead, start back on your back with your legs in a tabletop position. So we're gonna first just work on control pelvic stability, tapping our feet without letting our pelvis tilt, okay? So this next series is gonna be lower and upper. So you're tapping your feet, trying to keep your belly button pulled in towards your spine and your lower back as close to the mat as you can as you tap. So when you tap your feet, only go as low as you can keep your lower back from lifting off the mat. You're exhaling the ribs down and in to lift your chest, keeping your collarbone nice and wide at the same time. So we're working lower and upper here, really firing up those deep abdominals. We're exhaling the ribs down and in to lift and inhaling through the nose to lower. Good. Continuing with your breath, keeping that collarbone smiling nice and wide, taking this only as low again as you can control. So imagine a glass of water is resting on you. Now starting to fire up your side abdominals. So we're gonna work in tabletop here, and you're just gonna reach for the opposite ankle, left and right. So as you're doing this, your pelvis stays stable. The only thing moving is your upper body, your obliques. So you're bringing your rib closer and closer to your hips as you reach towards your ankles. Next move, we're gonna get deeper back into the lower and upper abdominals. So again, tapping your feet to the mat, exhale the ribs down and in. So work on pelvic stability here. Connect to the left and right of your belly button. And then we'll go into your bicycle crunches, adding a double pulse here. So again, pelvic stability, keeping everything nice and stable, and then keeping the twist happening from the rib cage. So try not to let your hips twist with you. Think about bringing your elbow up towards your knee rather than your knee towards your elbow. So really lifting up and over, really twisting into those obliques here. Exhaling as you rotate, keeping that space between the shoulders and the ears. All right, scissors are next. So stretching the hamstrings, grabbing either the back of the leg or the calf, just not the knee. Crunching up as high as you can, getting up and out of your neck and shoulders. And then again, keeping your collarbone wide, navel pulled in towards your spine. And then adding some rotation, right elbow, left knee, and then left elbow, right knee. So 2 pulses again. We're working on keeping that navel to the spine, twisting just from the ribs. Again, using your obliques, isolating those side abdominals, using the lower abs to keep that back from lifting off the mat. Good. Getting back into those obliques. On your left side to start, reaching your right arm overhead and then crunching your right elbow towards your right knee. So you're balancing on the left, working those obliques. Big exhale to crunch it in. Good. Now keep that right leg lifted. Isometric hold here. Again, working our core. Then you'll meet back in a plank position, crunching your right knee in towards your elbow. Think about keeping your body still. So you're just using your core here, lengthening through the crown of the head, crunching in, working that right oblique again, nice and strong. Good, you got this. Big exhales and inhales. And then you're gonna step it through. Open the left arm up to the sky. Hold it there, firing up those obliques even deeper here. And then taking your left hand back to the mat. Good. Now meeting in a right forearm side plank. Adding some hip dips here. Again, we're getting back into that right side, nice and strong here, really sculpting, going down just a couple inches. So I don't want you to get too crazy with this, just small controlled movements. And then rotating again, elbow towards the mat and then forward. Rotating from the ribs, keeping those hips facing forward as you do this, nice and strong. We're almost there. Good. Big exhales and then lower down. Now, taking the feet stacked together, go lift up about a foot off your mat. So now we're starting to fire up the opposite oblique. Good. Nice and strong, just holding it here. That's it. and release. Let's switch to the other side. So now on your right hand, lifting that left arm up and over, crunching elbow to knee, firing up that left oblique, nice and strong, reach and stretch, and then hold that leg, isometric hold, fire up that left oblique even deeper. Good, nice and strong here. And then let's just take a stretch, pedal it out in down dog. And then from here, press to your plank. Let's again crunch the left knee in towards your elbow, but keep the body stable, nice and controlled. Scoop from your belly button to bring your knee forward. So we're isolating, working the low abs, left oblique. Good, pressing away from the floor, lengthening through the crown of the head. You got it. Good, getting ready to step it through. Open up with that right arm, hold it here. Good, pressing away from the floor, nice and strong, still breathing. And then take it back down, step it back. Good, take a little stretch. And then let's meet on our left forearm side plank, getting ready for those hip dips. Again, small controlled movements. Nice and strong, nice and controlled, using your breath. Good, you got it. Big exhale to lift, pressing away from the floor. Let's take that rotation, right elbow towards the floor, and then we open up to front. So again, your hips stay still facing forward. You're just rotating from the ribs to isolate the obliques. Good. From here, lower down, stack the feet, lift the feet about a foot off your mat, and let's fire up the opposite oblique. Again, you got it. Holding here, keeping your breath, keeping your hips stacked, your knees stacked, your ankles stacked, nice and strong. Good work, guys. Let's meet in a forearm plank, tapping your knee to the mat, alternating side to side, scooping the belly to the spine, keeping the ribs down and in, firing up your whole core, and then tapping both knees. Exhale, lift back up. Tap and lift, tap and lift, lengthening, growing taller as you lift, drawing that navel towards the spine, nice and strong. And then from here, just holding our plank, adding some extra hip dips just for fun. Good. Now we're gonna go into our oblique pike. So right leg goes up and over. We're tapping our right hand towards our ankle. Now, if this is too crazy, you can keep both hands on the mat and just pike the hips. But we're focusing on that left oblique with our right foot behind the left. Good, nice and strong here. Good, big exhales. And then we'll switch. So now left foot goes behind the right. Same thing, you can tap if you'd like, or keep both hands on the mat and just pike it in. But now you're working on that right oblique. So drawing the navel in, taking the ribs down and in as you pike. So think about actively engaging. All right, guys, you did it. So we're gonna meet standing, reaching your arms overhead, opening up the front side of the body, and then just rolling yourself forward, finding some release, and then carefully articulating the spine up as you take the arms overhead, bend the elbows, and then forward fold again. And rolling yourself up, scooping in from the navel. Good job, guys.